Biden calls the U.S. ally Japan xenophobic, along with India, Russia, and China. U.S. President Joe Biden delivers remarks in Raleigh, North Carolina on March 26th. CNN President Joe Biden on Wednesday called the close U.S. ally Japan xenophobic at the Washington, D.C. fundraiser just weeks after lauding the U.S.-Japan alliance at the state dinner. The president made the remark at the off-camera event while arguing that Japan, along with India, Russia, and China, would perform better economically if the countries embraced immigration more. One of the reasons why our economy is growing is because of you and many others. Why? Because we welcome immigrant. We look to the reason. Think about it. Why is the China stalling so badly economically? Why is Japan having trouble? Why is Russia? Why is India? Because they are xenophobic. They don't want immigrant. Biden said, according to the official White House transcript released Thursday. An initial report of Biden's comment that was released by the poll reporters did not include India in the list of countries he mentioned. On Thursday, Press Secretary Colin Jean-Pierre said the president was attempting to make a larger point when he described Japan and India as xenophobic. He was saying that when it comes to who we are as the nation, we are a nation of immigrants. That is in our DNA, he told the reporters aboard the Air Force One, adding later Biden was making a broad comment in his comment about Japan and India. She described the U.S.-Japan relationship as important and enduring that would continue, despite Biden's comment. As for whether the president would make a similar remark going forward, she said that is up to the president. Earlier in the day, National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said he wasn't aware of any communications between the White House and the government of Japan or India. President Biden values the capabilities that they bring across the spectrum on the range of issues, not just security related, Kirby said. Biden had similarly cast Japan, Russia, and China as xenophobic during an interview with the Spanish language radio station in March. The Japanese, the Chinese, they are xenophobic. They don't want any. The Russians, they don't want to have people other than Russians, Chinese, or Japanese, the president said at the time. The latest critic of Japan comes less than a month after he hosted Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida for a state visit, and nearly a year after the president hosted Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his own state visit. Biden has leaned on improving relations on both Japan and India as important counterweight to China's growing global influence. At the state dinner held at the White House in April, Biden said Japan and the U.S. share the same values, the same commitment to democracy and freedom to dignity. And today, without question, our alliance is literally stronger than it has ever been. Biden said during the dinner. Japan has long experienced the demographic crisis with far-reaching consequences for the country's workforce and the economy. Japan and other East Asian nations have largely shielded away from using immigration to bolster their populations. The president commented also come as he's facing political pressure home over over his own immigration policies amid strained resources to deal with the influx of migrants and sharper Republican criticism. This story has been updated with a quote from the official White House transcript and additional reporting. CNN's Jesse Young contributed this reporting.